This is one of my videos that I'm going to share with you. As you can see, I want to show you how you can be able to use Xampp together with CodeIgniter framework. Now, Xampp, as you can see, consists of Apache, MariaDB, PHP, and Perl. Now, Apache is a web server, so you use it to host your web pages, especially when you are designing web applications and generally website. Maria is basically a database application. Then we have PHP, which is also um, uh, uh, a programming language together with the Perl. So basically, when we install Apache, we'll use it majorly to host our website. Later on, I'll show you how to create a website from scratch. So this is what I normally use, especially when I'm doing a website. But we can also use a framework known as CodeIgniter, which is uh, a framework that allows you to create web pages or web site based on uh, MVC. Okay, MVC model, which M stand for model, uh, then V stand for view, and C stand for control. So using this framework, you can be able to organize your web uh, application where all the views or the interfaces that will be interacting with the users are stored uh, in view folder, and uh, the backend interfaces that interact with the database are stored in model, and the control basically control or route data between the view and the control. So that is something that will come up and look at later on. So for us to work with these two, that is Xampp and Apache, we have to download them. So to download Apache, you simply head straight to when you go to apache.org, you'll come to this page. Then from there you hit download. From here you'll come to this page where you will be given a provision from where you can be able to download uh, Xampp version depending on your computer. So mine is 64-bit. So I can use either of this. I can use this or this. So if um, you are running Linux, you have to download Linux version. But mine, I'm running Windows, so I can be able to download this one here. So when you hit that, the download process will begin. So you'll be able to download the file, but because I've already been able to download mine, I'll just head to download and show you the one that I had downloaded before, because this one is going to take a long time based on my um, internet speed. So as you can see, my internet speed is not that good, but at least you can be able to download some of these applications and install them. So we don't want to spend so much time downloading this. I just head here and show you a sample uh, Xampp download that I did before. So let's see. So when you download Xampp, you will end up with um, something like this one right here. Okay, okay, let me locate it. All right, let's see. All right, maybe I've removed it from there. So let's get it here. So probably it is here. When you download Xampp, you will have something like, where is it? This one, right? So when you download Xampp, you'll end up with this one, this setup application here, which you can be able to use to install. So basically, once you download Xampp, you will end up with something like this. So you go ahead and install it into your computer. Uh, so when you're installing, you'll um, you'll get a message. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You just click yes, and the installation process will begin. So because I've already installed Xampp in my computer, I don't need to reinstall it again. So you'll have this question asked after you initiate the process of installation. So you'll be able to see it seems you have antivirus running. In some cases, this may slow down or interfere with the installation of the software. So please visit so here you just click yes. Then you click yes. Um, Here you also click yes. Then you will come to this point. So you just click next. You click next. Then once you get here, you click next, and the installation process will begin. So because already I've been able to install Xampp, so I don't need to reinstall it again because it is already running. So okay, I'll do that. So once you've been able to install Xampp in your computer, you will have something like this. You'll have something like what I have right here. So I'll be able to click this to start running Apache, and click this to start running my SQL. So from here I can be able to create databases. So my SQL, I'll use it to create the database for my application, and Apache will now act as my web server. It will be the web container. It will be the one that um, help me to host my website or my web application locally, so that I can be able to make the changes and progress with my designing. So once I have done that, you can go to uh, you'll go to you'll go to the drive, um, your drive C. You'll get a folder known as Xampp. So in this folder, there is a special folder known as htdocs. So inside htdocs, this is where you store the or you create a special folder for your application. So this is where you are you'll be storing all the web pages that you are designing, or the content related to the application that you're working on. You'll always create a folder inside htdocs and have all the files regarding or related to the web page you are designing stored in that particular um, folder. So having done that, you can close this. So the next thing is to download CodeIgniter. So CodeIgniter, as I said a while ago, it is a framework that you can use to create web pages, most web application based on MVC, yeah, uh, model view control. So this is a familiar framework that most people use to um, create websites um, that are probably interactive, especially if you want to create a web application that interacts with the database. So it is always good to use a framework. Okay, so apart from CodeIgniter, there are other frameworks like Laravel that people you can use. Okay, um, there are several other frameworks outside there which people can use. So for this particular example that I'm showing you, we need to download CodeIgniter 3. So we can download it from here. So this one is a legacy version, CodeIgniter 2, but there's also CodeIgniter 4 which is coming up, but we are not there yet. So we need to work with the most or the current stable version of CodeIgniter, which is CodeIgniter 3. So you simply hit download here, and the download will begin. So you'll be able to download BCI TCI CodeIgniter. So once you download this file or this program or this framework, it will come in a zipped file like as you can see here. So I'm just giving it time to finish downloading. So once you were through with the downloading uh, this framework, you simply yes, now you simply go to the current folder where the files are stored. So you'll have something like what I have here. So the first thing after downloading this framework is to extract it. So you can extract it to this, right? So it is already been extracted. So let me get the extracted folder, the one that we just finished downloading a while ago. So this is the one. So the framework has been downloaded. So if I open this folder, you'll be able to see various files that must be there. One is the application system user guide. Now user guide is meant for those people who are new to this framework. So you'll get various tutorials from this folder, or these are you get a tutorial from here under users guide, which can help you uh, start uh, learning how to use this framework. So when you download this file, you basically have these fundamental files that must be part of your CodeIgniter file. So I can now copy this because this is what I'm going to put into my Xampp folder, and it will be the basis of, or it will be the primary file that we'll be working on as we move on in a later videos. So be keen to watch my later videos, because I'll create quite a number of videos on this, how you can configure your CodeIgniter framework. But after downloading this framework, the best thing to do in the process of creating your file, you can now rename this folder to give it the name of your application. So let me call it test for now. Let me just call it test. So once I've done this, I'll copy this and I'll take it to drive C, go to Xampp and head to htdoc, then I paste it here. Okay, so once it is here, now I can be able to test this. Now I must make sure that my Xampp is up and running, and specifically Apache and MySQL running. So once I've done that, now I want to access that folder that I've just created from the web browser to see whether I've been able to do the right thing. So what I'm going to do here I'm just going to type here local host / the name of the folder, which is test. Then I do test. Okay, so there's something wrong. This should be there's something wrong, but it should work. So let's see. Let's try again. Let me do localhost. Yeah, so once I've done that, let me do test and see whether it will respond. Good. Now see, it is able to respond, and this tells me welcome to CodeIgniter, meaning I've been able to successfully created deposited my CodeIgniter folder into my Xampp htdoc folder. So that is the basic. So next time I'm going to work on the website that I'm telling you about. I'll show you how to configure uh, how to configure CodeIgniter so that you can begin the process of creating your website. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe.